Let's go ahead now and kind of circle back to our conversation about Thanksgiving. We've been talking quite a bit about Thanksgiving travel. Katie Parker is joining us now. She's in Gregg County at the regional airport there, just highlighting, some of what she's seeing right now. Today going to be a busy day for holiday travel. Katie, have you seen quite a few people kind of moving through the airport there?
Yeah, Hannah. So I got here pretty early and I talked to a couple people and they said they all have flights around 2 o'clock. And I just spoke with someone here that works at the airport and they said, get ready because the traffic is about to come through. People are arriving at the airport now pretty regularly, I would say, as compared to earlier this morning, and they're all ready to travel. They say they choose the Longview Airport over here over some larger airports because of the hospitality they receive here and the fact that it really just lets them avoid those big crowds that we see in, the news and lots of TV shows that kind of play up the Thanksgiving Day travel. So they are choosing this for a quieter path. And I've also gotten to speak to a couple people who are choosing to drive instead of fly, and they are renting cars here because they say they're just not willing to chance their Thanksgiving plans being canceled or delayed or just leaving them stranded without a way to return home. So they're putting the fate in their own hands, getting behind the wheel, and then heading out to see their families and friends for this holiday coming up.
Have you noticed a theme or maybe a common point on where folks are traveling? Is it staying here in Texas or are they going elsewhere?
I've talked to a couple people driving to the Dallas area, but other than that, it's been kind of random, like a paint splatter on a map. A lot of people are connecting through Dallas, and so far I've heard of people going up to as far as Washington, and then people going as far south as Florida. So opposite ends of the map there. But yes, it's been kind of random. A lot of people connecting through Dallas, so a lot of possibilities there.
Understood. And I know certain parts of the country are dealing with a lot of weather. Thankfully, we're not seeing that here in East Texas, but maybe have you heard anything about any cancellations or delays for those who may be trying to get to a certain airport that's just not available?
I spoke to one woman who is driving for Thanksgiving, and she was telling me about her son who lives in the Dallas area and was going to fly to Arizona, but he was just too concerned with the amount of flights being canceled. And he said, you know what, I'm driving from Dallas to Arizona, which that's quite a stretch. But hey, if it guarantees that you're going to make it there, I say by all means, do whatever you've got to do to get there. But yeah, lots of just concerns about just that lingering government shutdown with flight cancellations. I think a lot of people are still shaken up about that, so they're just trying to prevent those possibilities.
I hear you. And like you said, they're taking matters into their own hands and letting it all work out. So, what's next? Or when are they really seeing the big bulk of travel moving in or people heading to destinations?
Yeah, so according to the TSA, they are expecting to screen as much as 17.8 million passengers starting yesterday and ending on Tuesday, December 2nd, with a bulk of those travelers returning on Sunday. So they're expecting about a little over 3 million people to come through the airports across America on Sunday. And I spoke to a man inside, and he told me that his daughter said, nope, I'm booking your return flight for Monday because it's $100 cheaper and you won't have to deal with the crowds because it's going to be chaos. So, yeah, people are kind of mixing it up in terms of when they fly, but a lot of people returning on Sunday. Some people looking to save a couple $100 returning on Monday.
Good thing to keep note because sometimes it's tougher to just try to navigate not just necessarily the security and everything else, but the money. A lot of it's so expensive right now. And you did mention that Sunday is going to be a big day for folks heading back from their destinations. I know that's when we're anticipating some weather kind of brewing here in East Texas, so a good thing to keep note for those who are wanting to switch that flight to Monday. And having that First Alert Weather Day app handy as well is going to be so crucial for those traveling back home. Is there anything we might have missed talking about that travel while you're there in Gregg County?
Just that the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, we all know them. They recommend have your IDs ready, have your documents ready, have a backup plan in place. If you are able to drive and you're worried about your flight, maybe transition to that. But yeah, just really a lot of people here have really told me they've said that if things go wrong with their travel, they're willing to accept it because that happens. Sometimes you don't have a control over it, but they're hoping for the best.
All right, thank you so much, Katie. Again, Katie Parker in Gregg County at the regional airport there, making sure you are in the know of what's going on if you're heading to the skies today. Thank you so much, Katie. We appreciate you. All right,
Thank
now
you.
let's go